everyone, and welcome to the Social Media Mixer. My name is Stacy Kinney, and I'm going to be your host this evening. Tonight's presentation is brought to you from mybrandingsystem.com, which I am very excited to be affiliated with. I spent a couple of years wandering around in the social media world, branding myself, blogging, and whatnot, but not really making any money at it. So I was really excited to find a system that gave me a custom blog and backgrounds and everything that I really needed, and I could basically get paid to promote myself. So I thought that was really cool, and that kind of leads into what this presentation is about tonight, because if you have a website or you've got a blog, you're probably wondering, how in the world am I going to get more traffic? You know, you definitely want to use social media. I've gone over some of those tactics on some of the past webinars, but tonight I want to focus on increasing the exposure with social bookmarking and web directories. This is not something that you always hear a lot about. I mean, we're always hearing about social media, but there's some great ways, so I want to share this with you tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So what exactly is social bookmarking? Well, the first bookmarking website, ItList, started in 1996. Now, it actually allowed members to save links to the web pages, and then you could decide whether you wanted to make them private or public. Bookmarking sites quickly advanced to allowing much more. Okay, they allow members to tag, categorize, and share links with other people. Social bookmarking sites are actually a social community in itself. And that's the next thing. It's basically gone social. I mean, members can contribute links they find in the community. You can basically comment. You can vote to promote the ones you like. And then you can also meet and engage, talk with other people on these social bookmarking sites. Now, some social bookmarking sites are considered social news sites. And so you want to contribute links to articles about a specific topic or category, whether it's technology, business, green, eco-friendly. You want to keep in those particular categories. So social bookmarking versus social news sites. Let's clarify what that is. Now, social bookmarking sites allow you to save links to a website, to any web page on the internet. I said that kind of before, I'm reiterating. You can connect with other members of the site, categorize your links, and vote and leave comments. Now, I'm giving you an example here of, this is a toolbar that I have, social bookmarking site called Stumble Upon. This is actually one of my favorites because I come across myself a lot of great content. You can download this little toolbar, and throughout the day I could just hit this little button that says Stumble, and I can literally stumble across new websites, new articles, things that I've already chosen, the categories that I'm interested in. And as you can see here, I can just click the little I like it, I don't like it. You can share it, you can favorite it, so it actually saves everything that you really like. So sometimes I come across something really cool, but I don't have time to spend on it. I don't even have the 15 minutes to really dig in to figure out what in the world, but it looks cool. So I'll just favorite it, and then I can go back later and check it out. So this is just, to me, one of the things that I tell people, it's one of the best things I found since sliced bread. And I'd make a joke about it because I just love stumbling, and it's a great way for you to bookmark your content, your blog site, some of the things, and other people could stumble across those as well. So I highly encourage you to check that out. Social news sites have all of these things. However, typically they're going to focus more on the news and specific topic categories. For example, Dig is really the best example for that. It's a technology news related site. It means that the articles on the newest releases, whether it's from Apple, you hear about Verizon, the iPad, whatever's going on, it's going to be popular. Whatever's popular is going to be on the top of the list, and that's Dig. So this is a very good place as well to have content. You probably see it out there. Dig this, dig that. Really like the site. You can go there and check out the top news of the day. I like this as a resource even for social media, to be able to retweet or share this on Facebook, some of the top stories of the day, because they've really got some of the hot things out there. Now, both of these types, are great places to market your business. So what are the benefits of social bookmarking? Well, it's an excellent way to extend the reach of your brand because it allows you to widely distribute your content. I mean, if you think about it, you're basically joining these other communities, these sites where people are looking, checking out top stories, they're going through categories, looking for information in a particular area, and they might just come across you. They might come across your article or your website. And this is a great way to build backlinks to your website, because when you have that post, someone clicks on it, then they can get back to your website, and that is important for increasing your rank in the search engine, based on the keywords. I mean, you all hear about how to get ranked on Google, how am I going to get more on Google? Well, the more traffic that you can get to your website or blog, the more backlinks, which are very important. The more backlinks that you have and traffic coming from all different areas, Google will actually rank that higher and more relevant. So it's really a great way to increase the ranking as well. Now, the content that makes the front page of a popular site like Dig, for an example, it could get thousands of hits. They call it the Dig effect. I mean, I've literally seen that happen where you could get something hot and trending topic on Dig, and then before you know it, it's out there on Twitter and Facebook, LinkedIn, and then there you go. Thousands of people are digging that. And that's generally going to mean that thousands of people are linking back to your site, and that's the name of the game. Now, these sites are a great place to find articles and information about a particular topic. That's what I mentioned. So whatever your message, whatever your brand, I know that I'm constantly looking for new resources and great information to share with my followers because I want to be putting out good, valuable information. It's not always about promoting StacyKinney.com. It's about, promoting other people and keeping the message the same and finding good, valuable content to help educate people that are interested in what your message is. These sites are also an excellent source of inspiration for articles, particularly if the site is geared towards people in your target audience. So if you are writing your own blog post, you might be struggling for things to write about. But obviously, if you're out here reading this and you're looking through some of these sites, you're going to get some ideas. And this is a great inspiration. So I definitely recommend that. The more that you can soak in, you get a little idea from here, a little idea from there, and then it turns into a great big idea for you. Now, by becoming an active part of the community, you can also raise your personal profile. You can gain influence in the community, and you can be thought of as a leader, and that's going to attract customers to you. It's no different than Facebook or Twitter. Let's say that you are in the Dig community, then you can actually follow people. They can follow you. You can look at some of their content. You can dig it. They can dig yours. You can actually participate in these communities as well. And even find a little bit more of a niche, find these categories that people tend to put themselves in. So you can get more target specific, for your market and really find those customers that fit your product or service. Social bookmarking strategies. Well, the simplest way to use them is to bookmark links to the content on your website. Like I mentioned before, if you've got a new blog post, then right there on Stumble Upon where I showed you the toolbar, I'll just go up and bookmark it right there. And that's the easy way to do it. I'll share with you here in a little bit some different tools and things that can actually bookmark, because there are many social bookmarking sites that you may have heard of. What is it, like Delicious, which is not going to be around much longer, or it's probably already gone, and they have Dig and Propeller and Sven and Mix and just all these things that you're like, what in the world is it? But here's an example I wanted to show you with Dig, because Dig is, I'd say, one of the most popular bookmarking sites. And usually if you can bookmark, from here and then also backlink it through another site, it's really good. So here's a screenshot that I did. If you go into and you set up a Dig account, so here's my account, you see where it says submit a link. So that's exactly what I did. Here's the next screenshot. So I took one of my latest articles, using social media to promote your green business. I put the link in there, it shows up, and then it asks me to put in a little description. And then you actually categorize it. You're going to put it, whether it's business, technology, whatever it is, and that's how you're going to put it in the proper category. And then you just hit the little button and you dig it. It's really very simple. After you hit the button, it says all done. And then here it is. You can see it. So now it's shown. So if somebody comes across my profile, then they're going to see this. If they happen to be looking in the business section or for what was posted today, they might come across it. And I'll be honest, when I made this post, I got like 3 or 4 new followers on Dig, a couple of them which happened to be green eco-friendly and some of them business social media. So it was really interesting to see that happen. Now when you bookmark the individual pages, the site will create a page for it in the directory, kind of what I was talking about, like the category. And this is going to accomplish 2 things. Now the first thing is you're going to receive that link that we talked about back to your site. It's going to help boost those search engine rankings. That's what we want, right? Now second, the search engines love social bookmarking sites, okay? And they will index that page quickly. Therefore, it's going to increase the chances that someone will find it when they do a search on the topic. So for whatever reason, the magic of Google and what they like and how they do it, they like the social bookmarking sites. So definitely a great strategy. And now here is just a visual, because I'm a very visual person, just to show you, here's like if you were to bookmark it through these websites, the people link back and then here it goes to your website. It's pretty simple. Now another way to use the social bookmarking is to participate in the community like we talked about before, but the goal is to submit quality content because you want to get people to vote. You want to get them to dig your content and then develop a following of readers. So you can't just be bookmarking crap, sorry to put it bluntly, but you really want to think about it, and also bookmark other people's stuff or some of the top stories, not just me. Now, if you start to become a contributor, an active member, of course you're going to build some influence, your profile. It's going to make it easier for you on your content to get popular or even front page of the site and drive traffic to your business. Now, I've actually known a few people that were huge on Dig, like amazing. They are way more skilled than I am when it comes to some of this stuff. That's why it's great to have a network and have people that you can reach out to and help each other. But just amazing, like they can put something out on Dig and literally have hundreds of digs and people tweeting it and doing whatever within like an hour. It's crazy. It's amazing. So I am going in that direction myself. I'm learning every day. That's what I do. I'm by no means an expert. I just learn everything I can and share it with everyone and hope that it can help you like it's helping me, because there's just a world of information out there. So just a few tips for making it work. Now, the key really is your headline. That's like anything. It's even a blog post, your title. You really want it to try to be, catchy. This is what people are going to see. And sometimes there's a little space for a description on the link. However, 90% of the time, they're only going to see the title and make a decision as to whether or not they will click through to your article. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm a prime example. When I am looking through titles of content, of things that I want to post from blog sites, it's all about the title. I can't even see anything in the readers that I have. It's just title after title. I'm scanning through it, whatever catches my attention. So your headline is absolutely everything. Like I said, make it catchy, attention-getting. Now, copyblogger.com, that's something I wanted to share with you. If you're not already subscribed to that, check that blog out. It's a great resource for learning how to write some awesome titles. It's a lot about copywriting because really that's the key. And not everybody, it's not like you're born with it and you know how to be this great writer or catchy titles. I'm absolutely not that person. I have to really work at it. This is a great resource. Now, putting your links in the right category, that's definitely a big tip. You want to have it categorized properly, because if they're interested in a specific topic, they're going to click through and check out what's listed. Use appropriate keyword tags. And try to use keywords in your article titles as well. So anytime that you have an article, you want to try to have your main keyword not only in your title, but of course throughout your article. Now, we'll save the keyword article writing for another time, but that's just a quick little hint and a tip. People also use the search functions on the site to look for information. So those keywords are really important in the title, for sure. Now, you want to submit to sites that are geared towards people in your target audience. Submitting content of interest to them will make it easier to attract them. Like I said before, I'm going to share with you several different bookmarking sites that I know of, but I promise you there's probably hundreds more. So there's a lot of niche specific sites out there that may be more geared to your target audience, and that's what you're going to try to look for. It doesn't have to be the only thing that you do, but you definitely want to try to hit your target audience. Now, the do's and don'ts. So you do want to fill out your profile in full so people know you are legit and not a spammer. Remember, these social bookmarking sites they're their own little communities as well. So set up everything just like you would your social media profile. You can cut and paste or do whatever it is, put your picture, write a little bit about you, yada, yada, yada. And of course, the number one thing you want to do is put your website in there. That's the backlink right there. People checking you out in the community and they get back to your website. Don't submit only your stuff. Now, I mentioned that before. This is huge, though. You want to mix it up a little bit. Submit content from other places. You don't want to seem like you're just all me, and self-promoting, and you don't want to be labeled as a spammer. So go out and find some top news of the day, whatever it is. And here's the perfect example. I did a screenshot of Dig. I went and did that article for myself, but then I said, you know what? Let me go find something else of interest. So I went in, top news. I looked at technology. And I was like, wow, Facebook users more prone to developing eating disorders, which I think is completely ridiculous. Whatever. I read it, but hey, I thought pretty interesting. So I dug this article. So now I've got a couple of other digs plus my own, so I'm kind of mixing it up. It's not just me. You do want to submit more than just one site. Dig is not the only one. The more sites that you submit your content to, the more dispersed your brand will be. There are literally hundreds of sites out there, like I said, and tools that can help you submit to many of them. I'll share those with you. Because remember, and if for those of you that haven't been on many of my webinars, I'm all about streamlining and making things efficient. It's all about systems. It's only so many hours in a day, and we've got to work smarter, right? Not harder. A few more do's and don'ts. Do encourage your friends to vote for your stuff. You're going to try to get them to vote as soon as the article hits the site. That's really key. The timing influences whether it becomes popular on the site. So if you've got a network of friends, I have quite a network on Twitter and some, Facebook. So if I want to send something out, I'm instantly saying, hey, can you go and dig this? Or hey, can you retweet this? And usually, we do the same. It's kind of like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So I highly encourage you building that type of network. Of course, I have over 20,000 followers now on Twitter, so it's not really all 20,000, but I have a close-knit group of people that I communicate with daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is, where we're all there helping each other out, and it's pretty cool. You want to ask your readers to submit it to the sites for you. Okay, so maybe other people are bookmarking your sites. Integrate buttons that'll make it easy to do this. Now, I know with some of us at my branding system, a lot of us working together, we do help each other out, and that's really awesome because there's so many of us. I can bookmark their sites, they can do mine, we can help each other out, get the word out. So really find that group that can get it going. Now, you want to interact with other members. As I said before, some of this is kind of just reiterating because I really want to get the point across. Engaging with other people is going to inspire them to return the favor, and that's exactly what I was just telling you. I am a giver. Okay, I am always helping and promoting people out there, so when I ask people to help me, it's no problem whatsoever. And, so that's the way it works, Don't, though, form these, I don't know, they call it voting parties. You've got to be strategic in what you're doing, as far as other people voting or submitting content. you know, the social bookmarking sites can look at some of this, and it can be disruptive. In other words, you have to be discreet about it. You can partner with a few people to vote or bookmark your content in exchange, but like I said, it could become obvious where there's like all these people, the same people doing it, you're doing that, they're like, oh, wait a minute, you're kind of swaying the system or whatever. So just be discreet. Don't spam. The social news sites don't play around, and they will ban you. Now, a couple of the people that I mentioned, one of them who is huge on Dig, he actually got banned from Dig over something that didn't even make any sense in my opinion, and we won't even go there, but just know you definitely have to be careful. So a few helpful tools. If you haven't already heard of this, I think most people have, but ping.fm. This allows you to automatically submit links to your content up to 30 social services. This will make your life so much easier. I mean, come on. Can you imagine going out to 20 or 30 different sites and logging into each one and submitting the article, this one article, to every single site and get it bookmarked? Well, that would be a real pain. So Ping FM allows you to do this, a click of a button and set that up. Onlywire.com is also another service that I've used that allows you to do it. They have about 20 to 25 sites available. Now, they just recently changed their fee structure. I personally wasn't too happy about it because now I think it's like a minimum of $10 a month for people that are really heavy into doing this, or let's say you have a client base of people and you're submitting articles for your clients and your social media manager, and then you have a lot yourself, then I could see where this would be worth it potentially. So it is, a very good site, but they did make some recent changes. For WordPress users, one of the popular ones, I don't use it anymore. I use a different one. I can't even remember the name of it, to be honest with you, because I had my branding system set up, all that, which thank goodness I don't have to deal with it. But Sexy Bookmarks is a plugin. Has over 60 social sites for your users to bookmark content. There's a lot of WordPress plugins like that. You just want to make it easy that when somebody scrolls down and they read your article, they can share it, they can Facebook it, they can tweet it. You just make it easy for them to click and share. Another one is Dig. So that also does the social buttons. Add to any. Now that's a widget as well. It can use on the blog or website. And just like I said, it's just basically little share buttons at the bottom. It makes it really easy for you to share. Now, some of the popular bookmarking sites, we've talked about Dig, Stumble Upon, love it, Delicious. Well, actually, Yahoo just recently announced that they're closing Delicious, and it was one of the more popular ones, so that's kind of interesting. You've got Reddit, Yahoo Buzz, Tweet Me, Mix, Posterous, Scribed, FriendFeed, Babo, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correct or not, Digio, I don't even know, Propeller. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Like when you log into, or you see Ping FM, you see some of these and you're like, I've never even heard of this. There's Newsvine, there's the, but these are some of the, I'd say for me, more popular ones, or ones that I prefer and that I use to bookmark. But generally using the Ping FM kind of makes it easy, because there's no way I'm going to go to each one of these sites and bookmark. Now, web directories, this is not something, personally, it's not a hot topic. I don't hear much about it, but from what I understand, it's just another way. It's almost like building a house. You start with a foundation, you put up a wall, you put up another one, you do this. So it's just constantly building and doing things to maximize traffic to your website. Now, with this, you're basically going out and you're categorizing your site. One of the most known web directories is DMOZ, which Google and many other directory sites use to power its own directory. Now, there's two types of directories. Those that accept all websites, web directories, and those that only accept blogs, which are the blog directories. Now, with the popularity of social media, it's given rise to third type of directory that integrates social elements alongside the basic website. So this would, example of this is blog catalog and socialrific. I don't know if you guys are seeing out there, I see a lot of blog/websites now. Blogging being much more popular because it does a lot more for you and is search engine optimized. I can't even talk better. But there are also several directories that only categorize social profiles, such as Twello and WeFollow. The directories allow both free and paid submissions to their sites. Paid directories tend to be better quality, but not always. So why submit to these directories? Well, the majority of the benefits to submitting to the directories are indirect. The primary benefit is increasing the number of links to your website, which increases the search engine ranking. So what we talked about before with social bookmarking, the same thing with these website directories. I mean, look at this little example. I love that. Here's your website or your blog, and here's all these little places that, and that you're getting traffic from. That's what we want to see. So when you submit to these directories with social elements is also a good way to get noticed and find readers who are going to visit your site. Now, people that search with social media directories like Twello to find other people to network with who have the same interest as them. I love Twello. That's a great place to find your target market. I teach that with the Twitter strategy. I'll show you a little bit about that here in just a second. Some of the popular directories like Blog Catalog, they actually have pages that show up in a search engine which can benefit you by indirectly funneling traffic to your site. So more people are going to see your profile around the internet, the more comfortable they are doing business with you. And we say this all the time at my branding system. It's like, people Google you. I don't know, it's like 80 million names a day are Googled. It's unbelievable. Whatever business you're in, a profession, if you don't have a web presence or a blog site, you're crazy in my opinion, because that's the first thing people do. It's like if you're a real estate agent and you walk out my door, I'm going to Google you. I'm going to see what your web presence is. Can you market my home? Seriously. And so really, it's funneling that traffic to your site. A few tips for success. You want to craft a description for your website that tells people what your site is about, but also contains some keywords. Now, many of these directories are going to allow you to submit keywords that are associated with your site, and then you come up with at least 10 relevant topics that you want to write about. Now, here's Twello we were talking about, because, Twitter is definitely one of my favorite social media sites. So if you go into Twello, you want to sign up. You want to go right here where it says Profile Editor, and you're going to put in all your information. This is a directory. And then, as you can see, these are the topics that I picked because, of course, I'm in marketing and advertising. I'm a real estate investor, so I wanted to be in that. I'm green and eco-friendly, marketing, network marketing, retail, all the things that I felt like, this is me. So people actually come here to Twello and they look in these categories. Why do I know that? Because this is what I do. This is how I find my target market, or how I started using it for Twitter. I could go in here and find people in specific areas that they put themselves in this category. Okay, that's powerful. They're telling you that they are your target market. So this is how you can really build a good network with Twitter. Now, make sure you select the most appropriate category for your blog or website. Submit it to the multiple directories. 5 a week is a good start if you've got the plan for like hundreds of them. Of course, the more places you are, the more little footprints that you have out there on the web, the better. You can submit to the website, the blog, and the social sites. But you can only take part in the community, with so many of them, but try to a little bit when you're submitting here and there. Post a little bit on forums, follow other members, because that is the goal. It's about building a community. And everything that we do, and all the social media and all of this, that is what it is. It's about being social and communicating and building relationships. It's, helping and giving. And of course, if that's the type of person that you are, then that's what's going to happen to you. It has been amazing for me what's happened through social media and blogging. Now we're here wrapping up at the end. I'm doing pretty good here, almost 30 minutes. And here is a list of popular directories. The one I told you about before, the DMOZ. You've got blogcatalog.com. Now, WeFollow and Twello.com, those are the more specific to the Twitter. You've got the Yahoo directory, search site, Turnpike Directory, the Best of the Web, Bloggeries, Blogged, Blogopedia, and there's tons more. So these are just a few, and I just wanted to give you the idea and of how to start getting this out here. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for you. This is not like you got to go out and be, oh my gosh, I got to go do this every day and get crazy with it. When you're ready for it, it's something where you've just got to plan your daily method of operation. You say, look, I'm going to do X, Y, Z today, A, B, C tomorrow. I'm going to make so many phone calls, sales calls, whatever it is. I'm going to spend an hour on training. I'm going to submit to one thing a week. You just have to figure out what fits into your schedule and make it work for any of these things with marketing. But I have to say, my personal opinion is that, marketing is where your income. That's 80% of your business. That's 80% of how you make your money. So you've got to spend quite a bit of your time on your marketing and prospecting for your business. The other stuff that you're focusing on that's not making you money, you need to save those for off hours, late at night, the weekend, whatever it is, and figure out how to be really efficient with your time. And that's been an ongoing thing for me and a challenge, I think, for most of us, but it's something you've just got to be aware of and keep working towards. So I hope I've given you enough time to write down some of these directories if you want them. If you guys need them or want any of this information from this or some of these links, you can always feel free to contact me at stacykinney.com. I have a contact form there. I've also got a recommended resources page for a lot of the tools and things that I use. If you have questions, you want to reach out to me, that's what I'm here for. I'd be more than happy to do so. I'm going to end on this slide like I always do. Every step you take in life will leave a lasting impression. These are some of the things that I strive to be and that I am, as far as listening and sharing, showing gratitude. I want to have integrity and be a giver, be kind. So when you think about branding and your message and who you want to be and what you're about, everything that you do and say out there, you are making an impression on people each and every day. The people you come in contact with and the people through social media and everything you do. So just be aware, be cognizant of that and who it is that you want to be. Like I said, you can find me at stacykinney.com. This presentation was brought to you by mybrandingsystem.com, a wonderful, fabulous system. If anybody wants information or somebody got you on this call, definitely check it out. And thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a wonderful evening.